Imagine a green-cloaked shadow slipping through moonlit oaks, a man who turns the laws of kings inside out, who takes from the richest and vanishes before justice can raise its sword. Who is he? A thief, a hero, a rebel, or something in between? Stay with me, because the true story of Robin Hood is a blade that cuts through legend, law, and the hunger for justice. England in the late Middle Ages was a country split between feast and famine. Lords grew richer, peasants grew poorer, and forests were more than trees. They were law, livelihood, and refuge. Into that world stepped an outlaw whose name would become thunder, Robin Hood. But his story didn't begin with a bow drawn in defiance. It began where all great myths begin, in ordinary choices pushed to the edge by extraordinary cruelty. Some called him Robert, others Robin. Some said he was a dispossessed noble, others a wronged yeoman. The earliest ballads tell different beginnings, but one truth threads them all. Robin was a man who refused to accept a system that punished the poor and rewarded the powerful. He learned the forest secrets, where paths hide and which trees conceal a quick escape. And he learned how a single act of resistance can ripple into rebellion. Robin didn't fight alone. From the Greenwood came allies, Little John, a giant with a gentle heart, Maid Marian, whose courage matched her grace, Friar Tuck, whose oaths to God were louder than his appetite, and a ragtag company of outlaws who were craftsmen, ex-soldiers, and the dispossessed. They were not just thieves, they were a community with rules, loyalty, and a code that made them dangerous to the corrupt and magnetic to the oppressed. Robin's law was simple but ruthless in its fairness. Take from those who hoard, give to those who have nothing, and never break faith with your own. This code made him a hero to the hungry and a demon to tax collectors and corrupt sheriffs. But codes have consequences. Every act of mercy wore a mark of defiance. Every coin redistributed painted a target on Robin's back. Every legend needs its nemesis, and for Robin Hood, that shadow wore a badge of royal authority, the Sheriff of Nottingham. Cunning, ruthless, a man who saw law not as justice, but as profit. To him, Robin wasn't just an outlaw. He was a personal insult, a stain on order, a living reminder that even kings could be mocked. The sheriff's mission was simple: capture Robin Hood dead or alive. But the forest had its own laws, and in Sherwood, the hunter would soon become the hunted.
One crisp morning, a convoy left Nottingham, laden with gold. Taxes wrung from starving peasants to fund a foreign king's wars. The sheriff rode proud at its head, certain he'd baited a trap that Robin couldn't resist. Hidden among the trees, green shadows shifted. A signal whistled through the leaves. Arrows rained like thunder. By the time the dust cleared, the sheriff's men were bound. The gold was gone, and hanging from an oak branch was a single feathered arrow, Robin's calling card. The people sang that night. The sheriff seethed. As Robin's legend spread, so did debate. To the poor, he was justice incarnate, a man who gave back what had been stolen by the crown. To the nobles, he was a contagion, an idea more dangerous than any sword. And that's the power of myth. When a story belongs to the people, no king can silence it. Every time a traveler whispered Robin's name, every time a hungry family ate from his bounty, the idea of fairness grew sharper than steel. But the Greenwood wasn't just battlefields and ballads. There was Marian, bold, brilliant, unafraid to fight beside him. She saw not a thief, but a man waging war for the voiceless. Their love wasn't gilded by castles or crowns. It was forged in danger, in nights where one wrong sound could mean death. And yet she stayed, because some causes are greater than safety. Then came word that shook the realm. King Richard the Lionheart was returning from the Crusades. England trembled, for with his arrival came both hope and reckoning. Would Rothan's rebellion be pardoned or crushed? The sheriff saw his last chance. He promised the king that justice would be done and prepared a trap so perfect it could catch even a legend. It began with whispers, a secret meeting, a royal pardon, a promise of peace. The message came from Nottingham: lay down your bow, and the king will forgive your crimes. Against the counsel of his band, Robin went. Perhaps he still believed in honor. Perhaps he hoped that mercy could be real. But Sherwood had taught him one truth: the crown rarely keeps its word. As he stepped into the abbey, sunlight poured through broken glass, and there stood not the king, but the sheriff. Crossbows lined the rafters. The sound of steel echoed like thunder. He turned, too late. An arrow struck deep. Betrayal had found its mark. They say Robin's men came too late, that Little John carried him through the forest, bleeding, fading, whispering his last orders. Others say Marian found him, that he smiled, said her name, and told her to look after the poor.
No one knows his final words for certain, but one thing's clear. He asked for one last arrow. He drew the string with trembling hands and let it fly. "Bury me," he said, "where this arrow falls." Some claim his grave still lies in Kirklees, under tangled roots and moss-covered stone, a resting place marked not by gold, but by legend. After his death, the forest grew quieter, but the stories grew louder. Minstrels carried his name from tavern to court. Each retelling added something: a new feat, a bolder deed, a brighter hope. Robin Hood became more than a man. He became a mirror for every age that longed for justice. When kings grew cruel, people whispered of his return. When tyranny rose, his green-cloaked figure appeared in songs, plays, and dreams, a reminder that even in darkness, defiance has roots. Centuries passed. The world changed. Bows gave way to bullets, sheriffs to systems, kings to corporations. But still, the idea of Robin Hood endures. A symbol of rebellion with a conscience. A thief who stole not for greed, but for balance. A question we keep asking: if the law protects the powerful, who protects the rest? Every generation finds its own Robin Hood, someone who stands where others bow. That's why the legend will never die, because it was never really about the man. It was about the fire he left behind. And if you think Robin Hood's story blurs the line between history and legend, wait until you meet another name born from myth and mystery. Click the end screen to uncover King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, legend or history. There we'll chase another shadow of truth, one that might change how you see every tale of honor and destiny. If you believe justice should always have a voice, if you think stories like Robin Hood still matter today, then join us. Like this video, share it with someone who loves uncovering the past. Comment below, do you think Robin Hood was real or just the hero we needed him to be? And don't forget to subscribe to Secrets of History, where every legend hides a truth waiting to be discovered.